controversial mommy tag today, parenting tag. And I just want to make a disclaimer real quick that these are my personal opinions, that if you don't agree with them, that's fine. This is just what I believe is best for me and my child and my family. You might have different opinions, and I'm sure that your opinions are great, and it doesn't make me any better of a mom or you any less of a mom, and vice versa. So let's begin. The first topic is pro-life versus pro-choice. I am 100% pro-life. I believe that abortion is wrong, that it is murder from the time that you become pregnant to the time that you have that baby. It is a baby, no matter if it's not fully formed yet or not. I am absolutely against abortion. I don't believe in it. I think it's wrong. I have nothing against you if you have had an abortion before. Abortion just isn't for me. If it's your decision, but I'm pro-life, most definitely. Baby wearing. I did not know what baby wearing was when I found this, so I googled it. And actually, I did baby wearing with Colton when he was a newborn, because he went through the stage where he wanted to be held all the time. And I had one of those wraps, and I would hold him in front of me while still completing what I had to do, like doing the dishes or making his bottles and all of that. So I did do baby wearing. I think it's great. I think it makes a lot of things a lot easier. You still get to soothe your baby while completing your daily tasks. So I think that baby wearing is great, and I'm totally for it. I'll probably do that with my next children. The third topic is circumcision. I posted a video about circumcision, and I ended up taking it down. I just decided that I would not be talking about my children or Colton's private parts on the internet. That is, it's very controversial, and it causes a lot of hate. So I will not be talking about it. I am very informed from my own research of the pros and cons of circumcision and the pros and cons of non-circumcision, and I just will not be discussing this on the internet. So, apologize for that. Adoption. I think adoption is great. Personally, myself, I could not do adoption, but I think that it's a great option for people who decide that they do not want their baby. I think that it is a much better decision than abortion. I think that if somebody decides that they don't want to keep their baby, or they're not ready for a baby, or anything like that, then adoption is a great option. It's a way to, like, if you can't support your baby yet, it's a way of still giving that innocent baby life without murdering it, and giving it the best life possible, even though you think you cannot do that or you're not ready for that. So I think adoption is great, and I think that's good. Baby piercing. For little girls, I think that it is totally fine to have their ears pierced at such a young age, like when they're old enough to get it done with their babies. A lot of girls have their ears pierced when they are babies. I had my ears pierced when I was a baby, and I'm so glad my parents did that. So I think that there's nothing wrong with having your ears pierced if you're a girl and you're a baby. Now, if you're a boy, I think that's different. I think boys should be able to decide that on their own. I personally don't really like boy piercings in their ears that much, but if Colton wants it when he's like in middle school or something, then that's his decision. But no, I wouldn't do it to Colton or any of my sons. My daughter, yes. Breast milk versus formula. I am totally for breast milk. Breast milk has so many benefits for the baby and the mother. Formula is a substitution for breast milk, and it's not as good as an option as breast milk, in my opinion. I think breast milk is the best decision. As most of y'all know, Colton was formula fed, and I will be making a video about why I chose formula over breastfeeding. But if I could go back, I would have definitely chose breastfeeding because Colton had all kind of acid reflux problems because of the formula. And if it would have been my breast milk, I believe that he wouldn't have had all that gas and all the acid reflux problems and all the tummy pain, just because breast milk is specifically made for the baby. Spanking. I don't necessarily believe in spanking. While I kind of sort of do, I don't spank Colton. If he gets something that he's not supposed to have and he don't put it down when I ask him to twice, then I will pop his hand. But I don't actually like tear his butt up. He goes to timeout. If he starts throwing a fit, he will go to timeout, and timeout is his bed. He sits in his bed for 2 minutes. Well, it's about a minute and a half. I do it by age. So he's about 1.5 years, so it's about a minute and a half. And he stays in timeout. Most of the time he stops crying before the minute and a half is up. And if he stops crying before then, I let him out. If he's still crying within the minute and a half, I tell him, you can come out when you stop crying, Colton. And, but most of the time he's done crying between a minute and a half. But no, I do not tear his butt up or actually spank him, but I do pop his hand. Co-sleeping. I think co-sleeping is great for parents to decide it, but it wasn't for me personally because I know several people whose kids are 8, 9, 10, 11, and still sleeping in their room. I was 8 years old when I finally stopped sleeping in my parents' room, and I just believe that it's best to start them out sleeping in their own bed. Colton has slept in his own bed since he was a newborn, and I think that's best, just because I don't want him sleeping in the bed with me when he's 7, 8 years old. And it made me more uncomfortable to sleep with him in my bed because I was worried I was going to roll over on him or wake him up or anything like that. But I do think co-sleeping is a great decision for some people. It just wasn't for me. So. Home versus public versus private versus charter school. I don't really know what a charter school is, but I am for public school. I think that's best. I think public or private school, you will get the most education. Most of the time when students are homeschooled, they don't really go through with it, like they don't do their work every day. So I am for public school. I have been in public school all of my life. I started pre-K. I don't see nothing wrong with public school. Some schools here have gotten pretty bad, but when Colton's old enough to go to school, I will make sure I live in a good school district. I just think that public schools are the best. They're not as strict, and I'm public school. Vaccinations. Colton gets all of his vaccinations. I believe that they do help help him not getting sick. I know that they're not like necessary, but a lot of the time, like Colton got the flu shot last. He didn't get the flu shot last winter, and he got sick all the time. He was sick all the time. And this winter, he got the flu shot, he's got the flu shot this year, and he hasn't got sick yet. So he's doing pretty good. I mean, he started getting sick in like the beginning of October last year, and this year he has not gotten sick yet. Not even with a runny nose. So I believe that vaccinations can be good. Medicating children. This, I kind of believe might be wrong. Somebody in my family has ADHD, and their parent does not believe in medicating for that because it doesn't really express who they really are. So, I don't really know if Colton had something like that, if I would have him medicated for it or not. But if you do, then I don't see nothing wrong with it. I'm not really sure about that question. Cloth versus disposable diapers. I do disposable diapers. I just believe it's easier to do disposable diapers. I know that cloth diapers save money, but I would just much rather do disposable diapers. They're just easier and more convenient than cloth diapers to me. The cry it out method. I do not believe in sitting your baby in the bed and just like scream, 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 scream. I kind of feel like that is neglect. But I do use the cry it out method to some extent. I would put Colton to bed sometimes, and he would not. Excuse me. He would not be ready for bed. I mean, he would be ready for bed, but he wouldn't want to go to bed, and he would cry. And I would let him cry, but not to the point where he was screaming and coughing and gagging himself. He would probably cry for 5 minutes at the most, and then lay down and go to sleep. So I would do that. But I don't necessarily believe in letting your baby scream, 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 scream. I believe it's wrong. Babies need soothing. And usually when they cry, they want something. But Colton does cry now. And he doesn't want anything. He's just crying to cry and throw a fit. And sometimes I'll just let him get his crying out. Like I'll take him to his bedroom and put him to come out. And tell him when he's done crying, he can come out. Like I stated before. So I kind of do the cry it out method, and I kind of don't. But I didn't. When I would put him to bed, if he would cry, I wouldn't go get him out and walk him around because that makes him think he's going to get up. If he cried when he went to bed and if he was full and he had a diaper change and he wasn't hurt, then yeah, I let him cry to go to sleep. But not for like 10, 15, 20 minutes because most of the time he fell asleep within 5 minutes. So that will complete this video. I hope I didn't offend anyone, but these are just my beliefs, like I said at the beginning of this video. Nobody is any worse or any better of a parent for what they choose. We all have our own beliefs and our own parenting styles, and I believe we all make great parents. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below or message me. And make sure you follow my Facebook fan page. I will link it down below. I love you guys, and I will see you soon.